Hey everyone, this is Matt from DDTR Toy Review. I noticed the camera angle is backwards. I'll try to flip it whenever I do the video. I'm shooting in selfie mode on my cell phone. Wanted to show the Masters of the Universe Eternia playset that we ordered. This is going to be one of two videos. This one's going to be by myself. I'm basically going to be going through doing sort of an inventory and inspecting the parts. I heard a lot of people had concerns about some of their pieces being not the best quality when they came out of the production line, as well as some people were upset about the box quality, that the box had actually been sort of mangled. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot and see what happens, and I'm going to time lapse the video too, so that you're not seeing a bunch of things, only whenever I'm inspecting the box. All right, let's get started. So right off the bat, here's how it comes packaged. I'm going to slide it out so you can see it. It looks like it's held in by four different boxes protecting it, or ridge protectors, or I don't know, side protectors. I'm gonna have to get one of my youngins in here to help. Oh, see, this is one of the hard plastic tubing that's used to protect the top. Kind of see how thick that is or isn't. That one was sitting up here, so I imagine if that one came off easy, I'm gonna leave that one, but that one probably is gonna come off too. This is what all the fuss is about. Before I open it up, I'm gonna do a quick look at it. Make sure to see how the box came out compared to, I know other people were a little concerned about how their shipping came. Mine looks great. I want to take a couple pictures of it for myself. Really excited about the poster that's inside. I already picked up the, I heard that the dimensions on it were 3 foot by 2 foot. So I went ahead and picked something up, and I'm going to try to get that better in frame. It's part of why I'm shooting it this way this time, so I can see the video. I just hope I have no trouble flipping it. New for 24, adult collector. So before I get the camera sort of set back up on the stand, I wanted to sort of take some free roaming shots and video of what the box looks like for people who are interested. So actually, this is, in my opinion, this is your forecast for the 2024 release. I believe each of the figures that are on the back of this box are likely to be in the 2024 release schedule. Be looking for other videos where we go through and kind of dissect what pictures are out, or what characters are depicted, and maybe those thoughts on those. Some of them potentially being re-release notes, or others being just ones that'll be coming down the line, hopefully in the near future. Let's take a look. I'll try to just pan this a little bit so people can see. I've already taken some free pictures as well, so hopefully you won't have to really worry about that. I think relatively my box has got a little ding or two. I think you may have noticed I'm not particularly careful with it. This will be intended to be open, so I'm not really concerned. If the box gets terribly damaged, I probably will keep it though, just because, why not? If I've got the room anyway. So, oh, whoops, put on selfie mode. So here is the front that we saw before, and I probably won't show this again in this video, the front, not for any necessarily reason. I know that there is a poster inside which is this image again. And let's see, I'm trying to do this. I'm not sure if that's in shot. I'm gonna have to hope it is. So this is just all the front of the box again. And all I'm gonna do now is turn it over so I can see the one side that it's currently sitting on. See if the biggest Masters of the Universe playset ever. That's wonderful. Even tells you which way is front facing and what rear facing looks like. So I've got the Eternia again on its side. Use a knife and open it up, and there'll be time progression through here, so it won't be hopefully that long a video. This is just sort of an inventory of what's inside for myself, as well as, you know, hopefully to share with the rest of you. Alright, so right off the bat, here's the poster. This is a surprise for all of us that we're collecting. It's a reflective 3D poster among everything. How 80s is that, right? It's in a protective plastic case, or this will have everything on it. We'll go over this again probably at the beginning of the next video, but this is pretty neat. So here is the sticker pack. I've heard people say different comments. This looks like a lot. Some people saying this doesn't. In my opinion, this is going to take some time. And I probably won't shoot putting these stickers on, but I will be applying these stickers. Something else to notice in here too, if I can do it without getting a glare on the camera. This is the comic book that will be coming inside, or that comes inside, Battlefield Eternia. Over here we have depictions of King Grayskull and his lady. I can't wait to find out about that. And then also, this is kind of odd. This is, I think this is Skelegod in the Masters of the Universe line. So this is something that I have to really kind of digest. I thought originally that King Grayskull being black, that it was just sort of a diversity move. And don't get me wrong, that's fine. But thinking that this is the continuation, that Revelation and Revolution are the continuation of the series from the 80s, then that's actually the one. You have to think about it as this was the Filmation line, and that this is that King Grayskull. So I was always surprised whenever we were seeing these figures being released in the Motu 5.5-inch scale, because I thought it was unusual that they were releasing Revelation characters, which also have come in the Masterverse scale, in the Motu scale, and I thought it was sort of an odd piece like that. But no, I haven't been thinking about it right. This is the Filmation. This is the Filmation continuation. So, I mean, this is canon. This is what he looks like. Because I was one of the early backers, and we did manage to get one of him, actually. We'll be opening this up another time. Real soon, though. Very happy that it came in. I've seen videos that he's in a collector-friendly packaging. Let's see what's inside. So I'm going to pull out these Tetris pieces like this and just sort of go through them. Again, the whole point of this is just simply to verify what should be inside. Now, some of you may have noticed that I have got 2 boxes up there for King Grayskull. That actually means that I have a second Eternia as well. I'd like your advice if I should open the other one to do the same sort of validation, see if there's, if I should open the other one in the same way, or if I should leave it mint unopened. I think at the end of the day, my goal with it is, part of me wants to just simply have it and hold it. Part of me knows that it is something that will be sought after by others or other people that want it. And if I wait, say, a little bit of time, let the market sort of set the price for it, I mean, there's a chance I can make a good return on it. So nothing crazy. I want to give it a good home, but at the same time, I can stand to get a little bit of my money back. But yeah, we'll see. So this is the snake head. Not going to take him out, but I've heard that whenever you cock his head, he strikes. Now, just opening it up, there's stuff inside, right? Oh, there it is, right there. I just can't see it from my angle. So here's all of the attachments. And I thought that the box itself actually was supposed to have a depiction on it to tell you what was supposed to be inside. Yes, so here it is. So here are, a lot of people have been having fun shoving their arm in there to show you how much room there is. I can't turn on the light to show you, but yeah, you can get up in there. Plenty of room, you can go all the way up. So, again, it's hard plastic. You can see sort of where the mold comes together. I wonder if it was just sort of snapped together some way, that if it ever needed to be taken apart, it could, and hopefully be returned that same way. Also, too, I may be making a break in the video sometime today. So today is actually February 16th. Today's the day that Stone is supposed to be released on Mattel Creation. So I'll be taking a break at whenever noon, or whenever 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time comes around. When that happens, I'll stop the video just to make sure that it doesn't go up, because I don't want to miss. Everybody's excited about him being released finally. I'm very surprised about that price too. I'm surprised it's going for $20. I kind of thought he was going to be. I actually thought he was going to be, because he was so such a unique figure and such unique tool, and I actually thought that he was going to be he was going to come in the King Grayskull type of packaging here, which is similar to the same size as the regular figures, right? Well, I was thinking that finally we were going to get a larger character in that type of packaging. So, we were finally going to get, say, sort of a snout spout in this kind of packaging, something like that. So I was really excited about that, but I guess that's not what's happening. Oh well. This is the tram. This will have. All right, so here is the this piece on the thing. It comes with it. Here is the gunner on the back frame here. This is I believe this is the cage. Yeah, I think it turns back like that to look like it does in the picture, so I'm trying to show it side by side here. I don't know what I'm going to call this, a space case. But this is the fourth piece in here. So this is all the contents of this box. Let's take a look. We've got ourselves a Modi. And there he is. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be. This is a close-up shot of him. I really thought that he was going to be smaller than this. Don't ask me why. Maybe when I get him out of the box, he'll come across as smaller. But I mean, this guy looks like a small Cringer. Another box that wasn't used. Now, this actually probably would have been a good size for a figure to go into. This is probably where Keklar was expected to go, and I'm going to say, yeah, it probably was. This is a perfect shape for him, for a figure. So that's too bad. So this is the Grayskull Tower. And the first one that I think I actually need to take a knife to. Inside the box, we've got this sort of box divider, just kind of helping keep the head situated. I'm going to pull that out. Okay, we're going to pull the tower out. Don't talk to me. So this is just a tower. Oh, let me take a look at the inventory really fast. It's supposed to be. So again, the box says on the side what's supposed to be in it. These are the pieces that come in. Yeah, try to put this second, make sure everything looks good. Yeah. So I had just taken this out, was having a little bit of trouble with this door. I feel like this door is supposed to open kind of on its own. Maybe the head goes up, or maybe it goes right, and the door is supposed to fall forward. This is a little bit of a concern because it feels like this is so tight, it's not going to ever open naturally. We'll take a look at this more when we get into the next step. Oh no, maybe I'm just wrong. Yep, I see it now. Okay. So the way it works, well, we'll get into it more later, but I was concerned that this wasn't going to fall the way it would fall normally, would be like that. So everything's fine. Oh, did you guys even see that? Let's try that one more time. So normally it would be like that, and then you would push this head sideways and it would turn. The way the door is, it looks like, if you can kind of see it there on the camera, when it keeps coming up, it looks like it's so big it won't shut, but that's not how it's intended to close. It's not expected to sort of latch like a real door. It's supposed to sort of be larger than the door and then just held up by this piece. But all looks well. Let's keep going. Oh, see, and I like this. This is the mace ball here is actually just plastic. It's nothing really impressive or anything like that. But the chain it's like legit. I don't know. It's actual metal. It's kind of similar to what they put on Dragon Blast Skeletor, but it's a little higher quality, or a little bit thicker. Let me put it that way. So hopefully it'll last a good long time. The doors, again, decent. This is decent plastic. It's not brittle. You don't have to worry about being gentle with it. I still don't want to be too rough. Alright, this is where the concerns start to set in. This is the one, this is the piece that we need to be most concerned about being in its entirety. So something to think about. I'm listening to some of the stories about what they want to do next in the Masters of Universe Revelation, in the third installment, whatever that will be titled. They're saying that they actually want to start something around a possible third tower, or a fourth tower, depending on how you think about it. If you consider this a tower, and those other two to be other towers, that would be 3. There's a rumor that they might want to make a fourth one. And if you follow that storytelling, they've had, this one could be the snake, one could be, Ka, Zor, and then they want to do another one, maybe a Havoc tower. If that's how they were going, we'll see. Oh, hopefully we'll see. Actually, before I go any further, I just want to show you what this box looks like. The art on it is pretty neat. So the way I'm standing it right now may not be the best way to be standing it. I'm going to set it on the side, make sure there's no issues. Yeah, it looks like it's intended to be open like this. So. Alright. So this is, I'm going to try to lower the camera angle a little bit just so you can see. This one's a little heavier. I won't be able to lift it, or I'm not going to try lifting it. just because I don't want to misshapen the box because it's not proportionally supported. But basically, down here you can see there should be a top piece of the tower and all the various components. That's what we're doing, sort of the check on right now. Here's the mouth of Eternia. Here is the head of our lion. Alright, let's see. Please don't let there be anything weird. Alright, so this is one paw. On the face, I don't see anything wrong. Everything looks good to me. Alright, let's see. Here's the other one. I think this is where all the concern is. It says the paw good. Oh, my paw looks okay. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. In the other videos that I saw, it seemed to be described as sort of maybe they were forming this, and then maybe it started to sort of melt and crush into itself right there, and maybe that's where it was. I don't see anything obvious, so that's good for us. Okay, so 2 paws. Let me see if I can adjust that camera a little bit better, just so you guys can see, hopefully, what we're doing a little better. I'm trying to be conscious of where the camera is, but I'm not great. So this is, I guess, the floor for the tower itself. So unlike the other boxes, this one is much more reinforced to keep pieces separated so that when they're in the box, they're not smashed into each other. You won't want to, get the box home and then realize all the contents have been shaken to heck. This is not the piece. Is that the piece? No. Still looking. Holy crud! There's even more. And I heard about this too. The little bit of concern. I guess one of the statues was off in the other guy's package. I mean, I guess that's just how something that happens during shipping. It doesn't look like it's concerned. I see him in the oh, sorry. Now I'm aiming it too high. But yeah, you can see I'm missing one of my birds. The bird's over here. No concerns. My griffins or whatever these might be. I'm going to put it on in a little bit later. I want to make sure I put it in right. So, kind of hard to tell. It's sort of perspective. It's this thing from a weird angle. From the angle that I'm showing you, I thought it was going to be something thicker, something different, so I wasn't looking for this. We just pulled that out. That's that's this piece. This piece here is going to be this. This is sort of a ramp. I think that this is supposed to, oh, I'm sorry, that might be too low. This is supposed to be a ramp that is connected to Snake Mountain, I think. I'm not sure, we'll see. For this one right here, that's going to be this. I'm going to find the gate. Here's our gate. This piece here is going to be this piece, which has this bottom. It looks like this is, it looks kind of like a gunner seat or something. I don't know, I guess we'll find out how that gets used soon, huh? Alright. Oh, here, let me make sure. Looks kind of like a gunner seat to me, like somebody sitting here, kind of like maybe a turtle blimp. But we'll see. Huh. Most important, testing the practice dummy. So this is not what I thought it was going to be. So this guy is not articulated at all. He's just sort of a stiff statue, and maybe that's what he's supposed to be. But for some reason, I was thinking he was going to be articulated, that he was going to have movable arms and such. Obviously, it looks like a Horde trooper. It's very heavy cast, it's kind of like they had an existing Horde trooper, and then they cast dye over it, and so all of this looks a little more like it's a soldier encased in carbonite or something. You know what I mean? So the details on this are not very fine at all. You can tell that there is detail, but it looks like it's almost being washed over because it is because there's literally a coat of paint or something over it. And I think it's what it's intended to look like. I think it's supposed to look like this. This isn't like a poor quality or anything like that. It's just something different. I'm pretty sure that's what this sucker here is. This should be that one. Okay. This piece here looks like this, and I think, I'm not going to jump ahead, but I think that somehow this is related. Like it's supposed to feed through here some way. We'll see what happens, but I think that's right, something like that. So we'll see. The next piece is this one. So I pulled this piece out earlier without realizing quite what it was. This is in the bottom of the picture here. That looks like this. So there we go. All right, and then I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I've never had an Eternia before, so I don't know exactly what this is supposed to look like, but I'm not seeing anything that looks like it's broken. So on phase 1 of this put together, thumbs up. Oh, and I want to say this to anybody else. I know that people who have this may likely never see this video because I don't know what I could tell you that you couldn't see for yourself. But thank you, everybody who helped. I mean, at the end of the day, I honestly didn't think this was never going to fund. I got behind it and hoped, but we actually got the Modi character, which I think a lot of people are happy about. I wish we'd gotten to the end, but I mean, we got to 9,000. I never would have thought we were anywhere close. I thought it was gonna be sort of a Hail Mary just to get to 5,000. I never thought it was going to come to happen. Literally, when I asked my wife if I could, spend a small fortune, it was kind of like, don't worry, it's like winning the lottery. We'd have to win the lottery before we could even pay for the lottery ticket or something like that. And sure enough, it came to pass, and I had to do my begging and scraping to make sure that everything went, wasn't too upset over it. But just thank you for everybody who helped out. I appreciate it. And that also goes to the people who helped make this too, because there is on the last box that's in here, which includes most of the accessories, there is it gives you the team that helped put this together. Okay, so I think this whole thing is largely based off of what was originally created back in the 80s. I think there have been some updates to it that it's not, these are not the original molds. I don't have an original one to compare to. And I'm not going to read off this list, probably because I couldn't produce most of these names properly. There's a lot of really, really great people who helped do this. And just, thank you from a fan. Nothing more than that. Just thank you. A depiction of what else is supposed to be in here on the outside of the box. I appreciate the pictures. Kind of makes sense when you think about it, but it looks like several of the items are actually in their own little separate packages, probably to prevent them from scraping against other things. These are actually little bags. You have to tear them to open them. Unlike everything else, I could just dump it out. These are... So I don't even know what these are. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Oh, no. Yes. Okay. So these are too high. These are the flags that are going to go on Grayskull. This is not plastic. It is a very thin. I want to say it's the border between fabric, like good fabric and cheap fabric. Kind of like where silk is at, where silk feels nice, but it feels very delicate at the same time. This is kind of like, it's not silk. But it's a very fine fabric. It doesn't give you, it gives you a touch of a feel of being cheap, but it's a flag. Okay, it's perfect. You're going to want some of that ability. I have a fan in this room. You can see it sort of swaying to that. If you're that kind of, person, you're going to want it to move. So this is good. And the image on here looks, I can't tell what it actually is. It's an icon that I'm not very familiar with. Maybe I'm not looking at it right. But this is neat. This is good. And you saw it comes off, goes back on real easy too. So here, let's go ahead and do the inventory. Oh, and yes, just to show you the rest of these flags. Now this one, I can tell what this is. This looks like almost like every mascot for every high school team there ever was. The fighting, I don't know, Cougars or the Pumas or the, I don't know, Wildcats or something, Hellcats. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, here, I'm going to get that really close so you can see. Try to see. So that's neat. And just so that other people can maybe try to tell me in the comments of this video when it goes up, oh, I see what it is now, actually. I won't say it just yet. I think I get what it is. It looks like a sort of a prehistoric pterodactyl, maybe a turbodactyl. But yeah, not quite a turbodactyl, but it looks like a pterodactyl to me now. It takes a minute for me to figure that out because I didn't see it. Now that I see where the eyes might be. And then here, of course, we have, I guess this would be the swan. And again, these are very gentle fabrics. They'll be neat, especially as they age. I know it sounds stupid, but like one of my favorite images is to see, and this is not to be disrespectful, but American flag, whenever it is not, I don't want to say it has to be worn. I don't know. I don't want to say because it will sound disrespectful, but I like it when you know that it's been there for a while. You know what I mean? I don't like it whenever it looks tattered and worn. It's kind of hard to explain it. It's just, there's something about seeing a flag, when it stands for something and seeing it still there, even after it's been weathered. I don't know. It just kind of gets me, All right, moving on. I need to have 8 of these, and I need to have 5 of these. So this is the difference. They look very similar at first glance. In the black and white details, you might not catch that. All right. Yeah. So based on the feel of it, these are my screws. The 4 of these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, here's the ladder. Just looks like it has a little bit of a sort of ram to it, ram's head staff. I think that was in the original design too. So they have grays in one box and golds in another. So I don't know if that means good or bad or otherwise, but here are the, I'm going to show my ignorance with guns. These are my machine guns. They kind of look like maybe instead of being laced with bullets, maybe they're intended to shoot arrows. Maybe that'd be more, I don't know. Next we have this type of, I don't know, knife, or I guess it's sort of an old-fashioned bayonet. It's got a scope on it, but then it has sort of what looks like a sword handle. I'm not really sure if this is like a sword gun or what. I do like the idea of being able to hold it kind of like stride, or where you can sort of, it's kind of neat. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if this is intended to be a weapon of some sort, or if it's possibly just some sort of ornament on the castle. So here is the shield that comes with it. Again, the fact that it has this sort of peg makes me think that it might be something intended to be mounted on the wall. We're looking for the sort of a bazooka gun now. That's kind of what this is. It looks like it's got something to sit on somebody's shoulder here. Like this would be their shoulder. I'm thinking about the Rocksteady and Bebop type of toys, because I think one of them had a weapon like this where it would sort of fit to their arm a little bit. Okay, what else? Looking for a bow and arrow. Oh, here, let me go on the side of the box. We've got this. I'm looking for that. It's going to be this one. Here is the manta ray, who will be in somewhere in the moat. This is the piece here. And then we're looking for the sort of the spider bow, I guess is what you might call it. Looks to me like a spider bow, spider crossbow or something. Okay, here are the bullets here. So these are accounted for. I'm gonna keep these off to my side here. So this is not on this one. Oh, here it is. I did miss it. So this one is actually right there. So there, that's all the pieces. So, oh, and then this seat. I found this early on. This was loose. So that's accounted for. So I feel like everything in this picture has been accounted for. The only thing left are the screws and chains. Now, I'm going to validate these later because I don't want to open these until I'm actually ready to put them out. But I feel, I mean, this is a heavy bag. We'll count it that time. At the time, it's going to be, there should be 14 screws and 2 different lengths of chain, or 2 different lengths of 2 different chains. So there should be a total of 4 chains with 2 of them the same length and 2 of them the same length but still longer than the other. And that should be it. All right, so far doing really great. Happy to hear it. I guess stay tuned for the next part, and when we put it together, it'll be a family bit again. So, all right, see you next time.